Let's demonstrate how to use the Stream API for some practical examples. We'll combine source operations, intermediate operations, and terminal operations to create stream pipelines that can process data. Again, I'm not going to sit you through me coding, but I do want to show you the results and explain them to you. There's 4 of them in total. The first one is for filtering and collecting a list of names. And we'll be using the list of names we have been using all this time, and I'm going to reuse it in the other examples too. So on line 10, we are creating a stream, and then on line 11, we're filtering the stream for names that start with a B. We then do a collect and turn it into a list. After that, I print it so I can show you that this is working at the end. The second example is finding the longest name. And here I'm using the max terminal operation. You can see I need to work with an optional. And for the comparator, I am actually using the comparing int and then comparing on their length. I'm not doing the get, but in the output it will be clear now that it's an optional and it will display the value. The third one is a few more steps. It's a little bit more complicated. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to transform a list into a set of integers. Again, I'll start by creating a stream, and then I'm using the map operator. And this map is going to turn all the elements in the stream into its length, meaning the number of characters. And then I use the distinct, because I only want to have each value once. And then I am doing the collectors to set, and that's going to create a set of unique integers. Since this is creating a set, we don't strictly need the distinct, as it will tell us. But I just want to show you how we can actually go ahead and chain these intermediate operations. And you can see in the type hinting of IntelliJ what's happening too. So here we're having a string of strings, but after the map we're having a string of integers. And then the last one is me using a special collector, and that's the joining one. And it's going to join them, but with a comma in between them. So it's going to create one big string, concatenated names, and it's going to have a comma between all the different names. Alright, let's run this code and see the output. And there you go. You can see that the starts with the B only has Bobby in it. We do get Snowflake back as being the longest name. We then get the unique lengths of the elements in the stream, and you can see they all have different lengths. And then lastly, we get one string, comma separated, of all our names. So with these examples, you get an idea already what you can do with the Stream API. And actually, my examples have been quite simple so far, but this allows you to do a lot of complex data transformation with just a few lines of code. It still looks simple. This is a very nice way of dealing with your data. But this does take a mindset shift, especially if you're very used to using loops and if statements for this already. So let's make sure to get some practice before we move on to the Java memory.